Good morning. We are doing vocabulary for this session. So I'm dividing the sessions into three. Vocabulary first, national then, and then oh, wow, hold on. Something else is going on here. Oh, there's an ad. Ha! All right. So something went wrong. Yes, it absolutely did. So we're actually doing vocabulary. Hi, Eddie. Good morning. So bear with me. I made some adjustments, doing it a little bit different. That way you can participate in whatever session you like. So we are doing a few questions, a few vocabulary, and this is multiple choice types of vocabulary. Okay, so let's get going here. Type your question, your answer in the chat. I'll give you a moment and we'll move right through it. Okay, so an owner that does not live physically near their investment property and often relies on property manager to help manage their real estate investment. Is it 1, property management, 2, an absentee owner, 3, a debt service, or 4, a life tenant? So what kind of an owner is that? That they own property but do not live in it. So it's an investment property, it's a rental property. So it's at 1, 2, 3, or 4. The answer here is absentee owner. So okay, so we've got a Facebook user. Who is this? So type your name in the chat so that we know who this is, because otherwise we see you as Facebook user instead of YouTube Agent Prep or Eddie Methola. Yes. Okay, not sure who just answered. I can't tell. All right, number 2. A report that contains information regarding the transfer history for a parcel of real property, as well as information regarding any encumbrances such as mortgages, liens, unpaid taxes. So what is that called? So in the picture, you see deed, right? However, it says it's a report. So when a buyer ends up putting a contract on a property, they'll want to get this research of the title. So what would it be? A report that contains information regarding the transfer history for a parcel of real property, as well as information regarding any encumbrances. So any encumbrances, any attachments, any liens, any judgments, any child support, spousal support, mechanical liens, all of those are encumbrances, property taxes. So abstract of title, that is correct. Hi, Lisbeth. All right, very good. So the first one was, oops, did I type the first one? I did not, huh? Oh yeah, I did. So number 1 was absentee owner. Sorry, let me. Okay. And number 1, abstract of title is number 2, and number 3, absentee owner was number 1. All right, number 3, a mortgage provision that allows the lender, okay, to demand payment of the full amount due in the event of a borrower default. So what does the picture show? Past due. So what is it? 1, defeasible clause. 2, acceleration clause. 3, loan servicing. Or 4, habendum clause. So this will be in the mortgage or in the deed of trust as we have in Texas. So number 2, so if a lender is not getting paid, what are they going to want to do, right? Send you notices, send you reminders. If they don't, they're like, hey, I want my money now, right? So that'll be an acceleration clause. That'll be in the deed of trust or in the mortgage instructions description. Very good. Okay, so that was acceleration clause. All right, number 4, the signing of a document. So here you got the picture, right? They're putting their mark, their emblem, or their wax like in the old days, right? So the signing of a document in front of a notary, okay, a legalized person that has passed an exam or education to be a notary, and they are neutral party that's there to make sure that you are the owner. They ask you for a license as an ID or some other form, where the notary verifies the identity of the person signing and confirms that the signing was a voluntary act. So a notary cannot be a relative, has to be a neutral third party. So is it 1, appreciation, 2, constructive notice, 3, assignment, or 4, acknowledgement? Okay, you're going to see the answer for number 3 that I just typed in there. So what is it? Appreciation, when a notary is present to confirm that it is you, for real, signing the documents. They have to verify who you are with at least one personal ID. Yes, the answer is acknowledgement. Very good. Awesome. All right, number 5. Choosing matching term. Oh, the person who is the intended recipient of a document or other legal matter received direct knowledge of it. So when someone receives direct knowledge, they handed it to you, they saw you in person, they gave it to you. Is it 1, actual notice, 2, further notice, 3, constructive notice, or 4, habendum clause? Actually, when a person is handing it to you, giving it to you, or verbally letting you know, they're giving you actual notice. Hi, Taylor. Yes, they're giving you actual notice. When it is recorded in the court, then and it's available to the public, that is called constructive notice. Okay, it goes to everyone. So number 5 point was 1. So constructive notice, it gets recorded. It's not handed to you personally. Actual notice, it's verbally informed you. It's given it to you. That's why when there's an eviction, the owner goes to the tenant and gives it to them. Best way to deliver it. If you put it on the door, they may or may not get it, right? And constructive notice is putting it in the newspaper, like when there is a foreclosure or there's a divorce. It is posted in the newspaper so the public knows. That is constructive notice. That's the difference. All right, number 6, tax based on the value of the property. A tax based on the value of the property. Yes, good morning, all of you. I'm glad you're here to do vocabulary because I keep stressing it, yet and I say we keep missing it because I sometimes forget. So a tax based on the value of the property. Is it 1, lis pendens, 2, ad valorem, 3, granting clause, or 4, an appraisal? All right. Yes, it is ad valorem. Okay. So every city, actually it's every county. The county tax assessor, right, assesses the value of tax for each property. It's not the real market value. Okay. The market value is what a seller and a buyer come to agreement with when there's a contract. That is the current market value. An assessed value that the assessor comes up with, and then there is a tax rate, could be 2%, 3%. It is for different. Good morning, Cindy. It's for different taxes like city tax, school tax, road tax, those types of taxes, university tax. It's usually the highest are city tax and then the school taxes. Okay, so that is done by the county tax assessor, and that for the tax based on the value of the property. That is the assessed value based on comparables of properties that have sold surrounding that particular property. Ad valorem, like have valor, valorem. Very good. So that was number 6. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to type it here on Facebook. Check. All right, number 7. A person accused of a criminal violation received some sanction, but was not formally convicted of a crime. Okay, they hand out down the hammer. So a person accused of a criminal violation, they were accused, received some type of sanction, but was not formally convicted of a crime. Is that 1, prima facie evidence, 2, adjudication withheld, 3, nolo contendere, or 4, caveat emptor? Type your answer in the chat. Come on. Good morning, everybody. I'm still drinking my coffee. No, Miss Cindy, it is not caveat emptor. Caveat emptor is buyer beware. It is adjudication withheld. So they were not convicted. Okay, they were being judged. They maybe had a trial. So they were accused of some kind of criminal violation, right? Received sanction, meaning they didn't get convicted. That's 2, adjudication withheld. Good morning. God first, then you. Oh, So continue. Okay, and you can find this type of vocabulary and questions and flashcards on Quizlet.com. So they're available on Quizlet, and they give you different options on how to do the test. You can do it by having flashcards or learning, they time you, or you can do it this way by multiple choice. So I do this in providing you with resources that you can utilize on your own that are free online. Adjudication. All right, number 8. Mortgage where the interest rate varies over the life of the loan. So you see here, the interest can vary, right? It can start low, market changes, the index changes, the prime rate. So it can go up, it could go down. So what type of interest rate is that? 1, adjustable rate mortgage known as an ARM. 2, negative amortization. 3, a balloon payment. Or 4, blanket mortgage. So the interest rate varies over the life of the loan. All right, so we have 111 adjustable. So I'm going to type abbreviated, right? It's an ARM, adjustable rate mortgage. Awesome. Number 9. Oops. Well, hi, Delta. Welcome to today's class. We're doing things a little different. That way you can participate on whatever applies to you. Means of acquiring ownership rights in a parcel of real property. Okay, so real property. It is the land and the improvements. So means of acquiring ownership rights in a parcel of real property owned by another as a result of actually occupying the property for a certain period of time and excluding the legal owner of the property from using or enjoying the property. Okay, so someone is here on this property, right? And so it could be isolated, it could be vacant, it could not be maintained by the owner. So it's a means of acquiring. Somebody's going to go after the rights of a property, a parcel owned by someone else as a result of actually occupying it there. And it has to be continually. Okay, no break in the time of owning it. It has to be continually occupying the property for a certain period of time. In some places, it's 10 years, and it has to be exposed to everyone. It cannot be hidden. And excluding the legal owner of the property from using or enjoying the property. So it's at 1, joint tenancy. 2, adverse possession. 3, leasehold estate. Or 4, escheat. And the answer is adverse possession. When someone else is using your property without your knowing or without you wanting them there, like someone might be a squatter, and then they can go and claim that piece of property, that is adverse possession. They're an adversary to the owner, and they'll become even a bigger adversary should that person living there without the approval of the owner goes and claims it in the court. Okay, that's an adverse possession. Okay, so we had someone say 3, leasehold estate. No, a leasehold estate is you're renting the property. You have a lease in it. Okay, leasehold, you're holding the property with a lease. All right, number 10. Oh, hold on here. So what was it? 1, adverse An individual who has assumed certain duties to another person called a principal. So the other person is called a principal, and there is someone that has assumed those duties for that principal and who is authorized by the principal, the owner, the main person, the seller, the buyer, to engage in certain transaction activities on the principal's behalf. So is that 1, customer, 2, fiduciary, 3, grantor, or 4, agent? So who is the individual that has certain duties for another? And yes, the answer is 4, agent. All right. So anyway, so this right here is an option that you can do it as flashcards. You can take a test where they time you. You can match words with the description, or you can do it like this. It's called Learning, and it's in Quizlet. All right, so that's it for our vocabulary session. Hopefully you can learn 5 to 10 words a day, review them over and over. So remember that we remember the first portion and last portion of every 20 minutes. So hopefully we'll be able to learn the material better this way. So stay tuned for the next session coming up, national questions. All right, catch you later.